Good morning, all you beautiful and blessed people tuning in. I hope you're having a great and amazing morning. So, over this last month or so, I've really been going through a big metamorphosis, a big change. I asked the divine, the creator, the most high, God, remove anything that is holding me back from being my true, authentic, highest self, the best possible version of myself that I could possibly be, better than I could ever even imagine. What do you know? My habits started to change from what I was eating, the way I was eating. I sobered up. I stopped smoking weed, and it's been about 4 days away from being a month, and I don't plan on turning back to it anytime soon. And so, speaking of the morning and new habits, I've really kind of established a new morning routine for myself, and I just want to continue to expand and grow on it. So, morning routine, I wake up and make myself a cup of coffee. I've been putting less bullshit in my body and more good shit in my body. So I actually drink less coffee in my cup of coffee in the morning, but I add maca powder. It's a root, and then also turmeric powder, which is also another root, along with my mushroom tincture that I've been taking. My mushroom tincture contains 5 different mushrooms. And if you didn't know, all these things are wonderful and great for our bodies. Organic, natural. Like I said, as I've been making this metamorphosis, this change, I've realized that so much bullshit is in the food. And even me, someone who works at a mall, you can find ways to still maintain that level of healthiness and put nourishing things in your body that erect the life force and vitality, fill you with these good energies rather than slow you down, bring you down, processed bullshit that you might not even realize. And I'm still, I'm not perfect. I'm getting there. Throughout my 20s, I've made these slow changes because that's the thing. It's not going to happen like that. But the more conscious you are, the more mindful you are, the more aware you are, you can start making slow changes. And slow changes, enough of these small, slow, gradual changes create a bigger change. Something as little as I've been a big pothead since I was about 19. I would smoke weed occasionally in high school, but especially once I moved out, I smoked weed all the time. So that being said, I had a major sweet tooth. I would easily demolish a bag of chips, demolish a box of pastries or whatever it might be in a night. My mental toughness and my discipline was lacking. So something I started to do was incorporate healthy snacks. No high fructose corn syrup, no bleach this or bleach that, and just healthy snacks, whether it's plantain chips instead of Doritos chips, whether it's stuff that has organic sugars, organic sweeteners like honey, peanuts, rather than processed bullshit. And so that's one example of a small change that you could make. And they still taste good. And I don't feel guilty at all eating them. If anything, I know they're doing my body a service rather than a disservice. For instance, another small habit that I've made that's led to a bigger one is, if you've been watching the channel, my last video, I talked about how I really wanted to read more books this year. I was making a conscious effort to read more. And so now, when I'm on the bus, instead of just scrolling through my phone mindlessly for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I open up my book. I read my book. I dive into those pages. I'm kind of rambling, but I like the way it's coming out. I know I started talking about my morning routine. So yeah, I make my coffee. After that, I sit in front of the mirror, give gratitude for the day and everything I'm about to experience today. And along with that, I give gratitude for my body, for every single thing down to the cellular level. Down to the molecules, down to the smallest things that we take for granted. Our body is so smart. When we think of intelligence, we think of our brain, our intellect. But nature, which is, we are nature, we're part of nature, our body is ridiculously smart. All these unconscious things are going on. While you eat food, it's processing, it's digesting it. All these organs play a certain role in our body, whether it's detoxifying our body, supplying energy, the mind-gut connection, the heart pumping blood throughout our body without us thinking about it, us breathing without us even having to think about it. It just goes to show just how amazing our bodies are and how amazing and smart nature is. And so I give thanks to this. Thanks for my senses. Thanks for everything going on that most people take for granted. We owe it. We owe it to our bodies. We owe it to the Most High to give thanks.